turns is a reminder that I'm not out of the clear.
Definitely about the album because it's got a lovely picture of us on a pier on the front.
It's actually got loads of photos of us. It's the most egotistical album. We're on all the pages of the booklet as well. So
yeah. So if you don't want the lyrics, you can actually cut them out and put them up on your wall. And you'll have like mini posters.
Yeah. Not only great music, loads of pictures of us.
Why should they actually buy that?
Yeah, why should they actually? Because we're really proud of it, and we think it's the best stuff that we've ever written. And if you liked anything that we did before, or you've never even heard of us, it's a good jumping off point. I think that the things we've done in the past lyrically have sort of been a bit less obvious. You know, I think it's been quite, all the intent has been pretty hidden. I think this time round it's just a bit more laid bare. So you can definitely know what the song's about rather than sort of like surmise it yourself. I mean, there's probably still elements of that, but I think, yeah, this just as an album is a bit more open and honest than the first one. I don't think we've ever intended to make music on purpose, if that makes any sense. So it's like, no, but what I mean by that is there's no intent behind it. So whatever happens, happens. I mean, there's like 12 songs on this album that independently take a different bit of what we do as a band, I would say, instead of like intending to write a really happy song or intending to write a really sad song or intending.
Yeah.
Like, it's not contrived in a way that is fit into all those pigeonholes and stuff. So I think it just sort of happened.
Stuff always happens like that, I think, with us. It's usually just, there's not that much thought going into exactly what the end product's going to be. It really is just what happens as it goes along. And that was kind of the whole thing with this album as well. Instead of, I think what you're saying is like, there wasn't like an intent to make it a more emotional album, or it wasn't meant to be more like heartfelt, there wasn't meant to have all these things in it. It's just kind of happens, and it's not something that we really like talk about and like plan out in any way. It literally just happened that was the big bunch of songs. The first bunch that we wrote were even more like miserable. We wrote the more miserable ones and kind of put a couple of happier ones in.
More sort of intense. We spent a lot more time just writing the album. Our first album was, I guess, to an extent of sort of everything we'd done thus far, and then kind of pulled together at the end. This one we wrote, locked ourselves up for a few weeks, and wrote pretty much the entirety of it, and then kind of did some pre-production and then stuff like that. So it was more of a sort of intense experience to write it.
Which I think was quite nice because it kind of feels like one whole product. We were quite lucky the first album kind of came together and they ended up having this consistent theme all the way through it, but there could have been that danger of it just being like a collection of lots of songs that were written over like 5 years, whereas this is very much a kind of snapshot in that time, because it was all from start to finish, was only a few months really.
What do you want our listeners to take from it? It's an interesting question.
I think as long as it has that sort of element for people where they can decide what the music is for them, then that's it. That's the only thing that I would want to happen. I think that's always the cool thing to hear when people go like, oh, this song I listened to when I was doing this and that made me think of this and that made me think of that, and it may be miles away from what it was, or maybe like brutally similar to where it came from. So that's quite cool to hear all those different things from something you did in a bedroom and come out. So